In the small town where I grew up, there was a quaint little main street, idyllic as a Saturday evening post. One school, one church, and one place to eat. The people were high-minded, yet came from the salt of the earth. Most had always lived there, residents since birth. Now, every small town has skeletons, things they'd rather not talk about. All the old locals knew. Some things you don't whisper, much less shout. To the west stood a silent watcher, dark, foreboding. And still, every sunset, the black silhouette loomed. Old Victorian rotting upon the hill. In that modest little town it stood, built long ago by a reputable man, status symbol of status symbols, meant for his bride from a far-off land. The couple filled the house with so much, yet something obvious was amiss. Locals say it was a marriage of convenience. Among their possessions, there was no bliss, yet they were together for years. And despite the lack of joy, after year 3, that loveless couple had a boy. This boy had pale skin and a face that was so dour, with a thick head of black hair. He stood at the attic window, even at a late hour. All the children could see him, pressed against the glass. Why he couldn't come out to play, the children could never ask. Almost every evening, the boy stood looking forlorn, a cruel reflection of that house, the place he was born. Then suddenly, one day, the loveless couple disappeared. The boy in the window left too. From the dark glass, no more gaunt eyes peered. The questions did swirl, and rumors would abound, until one stormy evening, skeletons in the woods, hunters found what truly did happen. No one could ever say. The mystery was never solved, not even to this day. Some blame the reputable man. Others believe it was his bride. They never did love each other, no matter how much they tried. All of these years later, on one thing people agree. The old house is evil. Just look, and you will see. Like the skeletons in the woods, the old house is in decay. Only dead things live there, both night and day. At random times, people will see. In that house, no one will go. There is a pale, ghostly image of a little boy in the window.
She had haunting gray eyes, such a beautiful shade, but an affliction from birth, blinded what God made, confined to the darkness. She should have been my light, but young fool that I am, could not do what was right. She was so beautiful, when I clearly was not. She made room in her heart, when mine was filled with rot. Each of my darkened ways, I wondered if she saw. Every time I hurt her, did she recognize each flaw? I yearned to be better, and love her like I should. But now that chance has passed, even if I wanted, I never could. On a cold, rainy night, death coaxed her away. O beauty of my life, never more see the light of day. On the bed we once shared, her perfect body lays lifeless. What was once so alive, now dead, not just sightless, yet somehow more beautiful, clutched by the immaterial, claimed by death's kiss, her beauty now so ethereal. Rain batters our window, and I stare through the night. Look at my beauty. Her death should be a blight. So why do I feel nothing? As I sit looking so queer, there is just emptiness, not even a tear. Comes a thunderous crash. White lightning flashes in, and in a surreal moment, my dead beauty's eyes open. Initial shock mixed with horror. The feeling lasts for a while. Then something I still can't explain. On my face forms a smile. My blind beauty's eyes fix upon me. A single tear rolled down in pain. Perhaps she finally sees. I'm only happy when it rains.
Long, long ago, in a time of despair, there lived a poor woman with fiery red hair. In the years of her youth, She was a great beauty. When a wealthy suitor came calling, formed a brave smile in filial duty. The first few years were fine. Although the man lacked charm, he took care of the woman, there on his plantation farm. She did what was expected and bore him a son. But in just a few years, the time of plenty was done. It came without warning. Pestilence afflicted the land. In a nightmare unexpected, illness did not spare her man. Many servants also died. Swore the land was cursed. Those who barely survived fled before it got worse. Soon the farm was abandoned, leaving just the woman and her son. The crops had all gone bad. Searching for food, she found none. One day the woman went to her son, bringing to him a small bowl. It contained the last bites of porridge, although in her own stomach was a hole. The boy looked at the hateful bowl, then ate the porridge in 2 bites, turned to his mother with sad eyes. That bit of food won't last me the night. Famine had finally arrived. Since no food was left on the farm, formed a brave smile in maternal duty, and the mother offered up her right arm. The boy happily accepted. On his mother's right arm he did feed. The woman watched with her smile, brief respite from hunger, and was freed. The woman went back out. She searched for more food. She looked all over the land, yet all edible things did elude. When the woman returned, the boy looked up with sad eyes. Without more food to eat, her beloved son might very well die. Mother, oh mother, I am so hungry. Please give me something to eat. I'll take anything you offer, even vegetables, but preferably meat. The mother looked at her son. With a tear she wished not that he beg, formed a brave smile in maternal duty, and the mother offered up her right leg. The boy happily accepted. On his mother's right leg he did feed. The woman watched with her smile, brief respite from hunger, and was freed. The woman went back out. She searched for more food. She looked all over the land, yet all edible things did elude. When the woman returned, the boy looked up with sad eyes. Without more food to eat, her beloved son might very well die. Mother, oh mother, I am so hungry. Please give me something to eat. I'll take anything you offer, even vegetables, but preferably meat. The woman was so dismayed, for no food remained even to reft, so formed a brave smile in maternal duty, and the mother offered up the leg on her left. The boy happily accepted. On his mother's left leg he did feed. The woman watched with her smile, brief respite from hunger, and was freed. The woman went back out. She searched for more food. She looked all over the land, yet all edible things did elude. When the woman returned, the boy looked up with sad eyes. Without more food to eat, her beloved son might very well die. Mother, oh mother, I am so hungry. Please give me something to eat. I'll take anything you offer, even vegetables, but preferably meat. The woman was in great pain. This famine was doing so much harm. What other choice did she have? The mother offered up her left arm. The boy happily accepted. On his mother's left arm he did feed. The woman watched with her smile, brief respite from hunger, and was freed. The woman went back out. She searched for more food. She looked all over the land, yet all edible things did elude. When the woman returned, the boy looked up with sad eyes. Without more food to eat, her beloved son might very well die. Mother, oh mother, I am so hungry. Please give me something to eat. I'll take anything you offer, even vegetables, but preferably meat. Fixing her eyes upon her son, she heard all of his cries, unwilling to watch him die of hunger. The mother offered up her eyes. The boy happily accepted. On his mother's eyes he did feed. The woman listened with a smile. Brief respite from hunger and was freed. The woman went back out. She searched for more food. She sought all over the land. Yet all edible things did elude. When the woman returned, the boy looked up with sad eyes. Without more food to eat, her beloved son might very well die. Mother, oh mother, I am so hungry. Please give me something to eat. I'll take anything you offer, even vegetables, but preferably meat. With no eyes left to see, the woman could not cry, so formed a brave smile in maternal duty. Since she could not let her son die, my most precious son, the one I loved from the start, be no longer hungry, for I offer up my heart, the boy happily accepted. On his mother's heart he did feed. The woman listened with a smile, respite from hunger, as they were both freed.
Here in the dark I stand and I wait. The house is so silent. How long will it take? Night after night she comes without fail. A mysterious visitor, uninvited yet hails. Quietly she comes, to give me a fright. Each time that it happens I fear the dark night. My mind how it races. After a groan and a moan, the goosebumps appear. On my skin they have grown. It starts at the window, where the night presses in. The fear it is rising. I am screaming within. My knees grow weak. So now I must sit, trying to think. What is it? My mind is racing. My thoughts how they swirl. I look to the window and I see it's a girl. Once again she enters, and walks past without a word. I scream with all my might, yet no sign that she heard. I am so angry, for this is my home. She trespasses each night. She acts as if it's her own. In all of my rage, I slam down a nearby glass. Finally, she notices me. In a reaction at last, through her own angry tears, the girl screamed, then sighed. You need to leave. You may not know it, but you died.
I checked you myself. There was no heartbeat. The paramedics confirmed it. Covered you with a white sheet. We left you lying on the floor waiting for the coroner to approve. So I stepped out, then returned. Tell me, why did you move? You were flat on your back. Now you lay on your side. If I weren't so terrified, I very well might have cried. So I tried to fix you. Really didn't want to think. I mustered up all of my courage. And that's when you blinked. I stumbled back and fell. As you gave me such a fright, I rubbed my eyes and you're still lifeless, lying there in the dead of night. Hours later they collected you, whisked your body away. I've got nowhere else to go. So in the living room I'll stay. A tear streams down my face. You left, and I had no choice. Now my heart is so sad. But from the bedroom I hear your voice.
After the sun sets, and everyone has gone home, out in this vast field, under cover of night, I am always alone. Can't turn to look behind. Too dark to look ahead. Close my eyes tightly. All I see are the tears shed. I've got nothing more, and I think you forgot. Like old grapes on a vine, I'm left hanging to rot. Each season I wait, surrounded by old crows, under cold autumn skies. They watch with black eyes, piercing my marrow. They think I'm happier now. They think I found someone new. But I've got a heart with no beat, just one task left to do. Once more the sun has set. Once more I've nowhere to go. Everyone has gone home, but I hang like a scarecrow. I watch over this field. I protect memories of sand. And if I hold on too tight, it all leaves me like you, slipping through this hand.